I've just turned the game back on, and we've been hit with these little cards, like first thing as soon as I've logged on. So this must be stuff that we've. Oh, it is. There's the golden toilet seat. It's the stuff we've like done previously, but when I've saved the game, then logged back on, it's gave me the results of these. So, there were pictures of your gold toilet all over your stand at the International Plumbing Fair. I was over the moon and saw the newspaper headlines: "Potty President, gold toilet for America's biggest ass." Yeah, baby, lads, we are plummeting our ratings. I love it. Noah, Mr. President, somehow the press learned about the payment for the meeting between the First Lady and the President of Mali. You're being accused of making money out of your own wife. In your position, why would that surprise anyone after the creepy pie story? I'm just glad Gad now kept his hands to himself. The First Lady is furious though. Mate, look at this though. $3 million and negative rep. Sir, you didn't support the farmers. That's right, I didn't support them at all. Look at this. So we're still at 28.3. Oh look, wait. Now, because of that, we've got less votes than Worcester. My great plan. Now, where were we? So, at first glance, oh no, we wanted to do these, didn't we? Create a new UN with this new world order. Unite the maniacs. Oh, ruin a concept. We need passports for that. Who do we need for this? Darling, that political project band set up a nipple of freedom. Took on a life of its own long ago. But their top hits don't worry about the consequences and Smile Like a President can still be heard everywhere. And are going a long way to filling the people with love for you. Okay, time to mess with the fruits of their labour. What do we need? The band is doing a 3-month tour in Japan where they are extremely popular. We need to do something that will make them too afraid to come back to America. 5 or 10 years ago, a drugs or sex scandal would have done the job, but nowadays it will only make them more popular. But performers who can't sing are no longer... Man, we'll have them assassinated. Send over a hacker. Oh, we need a hacker to mess with their performance track. Okay, well, we can only use Ollie for that. And that's the only one we need a passport for. The thing is, though, I want to unite the maniacs. Mr. President, union influence has grown throughout the country. Yep. We've already read this. To establish this union, we're going to need to submit the registration forms of people to spread the word. Otherwise, the public won't know what we're willing to protect the rights of every citizen. So what do we need? Submit registration forms. Create an What's at first glance? Use a love story to humanize Wista's image in the eyes of America. Actually, that's a good idea, because we should not only work on ourselves but somebody else. So what do we need for this? At first glance. Darling, it's not enough for us to ruin your reputation. For people to flip on their president after just one term, they have to believe that the alternative is more or less a decent person. Otherwise, they simply won't go to the... see, we shouldn't do this. We shouldn't do this. Because we don't want Wista to win. We want Estaba to win. That's a good idea. Yeah, I might not do this. Am I right in thinking that Kate is looking for an ugly man to marry to make her latest ex jealous? Oh, that's right, I've read this. Wista can't realise he's being manipulated, or you tell Kate to go fuck herself. You'll have to move carefully. Arrange a meeting between them in a way that Wista won't be suspicious, and you'll know Kate is already more willing to play along with the idea. Make Wista fall in love with your ex-wife. Oh, that's fucking brutal. But have you noticed these quests don't give you a hint of who you need? I'm only going to go with the ones I definitely know. Create an organisation. I want to help psychopaths from other countries as well. Yes, that's right. We read this one. We'll need a legal and media support. So I need Alta for that. Legal. Debbie. And a website for potential members, Ollie. So Alta, Debbie and Ollie can go and do that, and it's not going to cost them anything. Okay. I can do that. Alta, Debbie and Ollie. All of these require 2, so I need to get... Oh shit, yeah. Oh, I want to do this. Help Tony in his fight against the eggheads. Definitely. Show your supporters. Stop your supporters from showing support. Blast all hopes in the American movie. Try turning back history and ban alcohol. That's a good thing. Orchestrate an act of adultery that will hit your reputation. Introduce internet passports. We need 3 people for a lot of things. Raise taxes. We already know this. A team of attorneys. That's right. So a team of attorneys. This is going to be Clint, Debbie and Jerry, right? But I'm going to have to wait till next. Tell you what, we'll create an organisation first. Help psychopaths from other countries as well as states. Legal and media support. As well as a hacker. Right, I'm sending them. Send it. Send it. It's done. It's done. Right. So, introduce internet passports. Mr. President, I've been needing to show my ID all my life. We've read this as well. Some IT guys in a good attorney. Now, the problem with this is I don't think we can do this. Because we've only got one IT guy. Because Amira won't work for us since we're below 85% approval rating. So, we can't do that. Raise taxes. We need a team of attorneys. I can possibly do that. Next month. Ruin the merch. This has got to be easy. It only requires one person as well. Mr. President, look at my t-shirt. It's one of your fan club shirts. There are so many people walking around in these shirts and I'm finding your smile as dazzling as headlight beams at night. Now don't get upset, but I reckon your merch is a little dull. You can tell they just wanted to get it off the shelves and print 2 or 3 pictures or whatever they could get their hands on. Well, I have a few ideas how we can add something special and get rid of supporters who don't value originality. How about t-shirts with some blood stains, not fake blood, real congealed blood, or if blood seems a bit over the top for you, we could just print some obscenities. There's plenty of examples on the cell walls in Quentin Bounty. You could send in someone reliable who, after being properly inspired, can break into a merch warehouse and embellish a batch of merch before it gets distributed around the world. It'll be such a laugh. I could send Hussein on this because he's good at robbery, so that's technically breaking and entering it. Right, we'll send Hussein on that. That's hilarious. You go and destroy the merch, mate. Right, you do that. Break up a rally. What does this require? 1 person. But some people still seem to love you. They're probably holding on to those days when they were promoting the amendment. A huge support rally called the Power of Love is due to be held next week right here at the White House. Fireworks suppliers will be giving out free Chinese lanterns and fireworks, while Portly Joe promised to donate a ton of burgers. If everything goes according to current plan, the evening will go down as the most charming declaration of the people's love for their president, meaning a further boost to your popularity. That's not what we want at all, so I suggest using someone to break up the party. We could spread the word about a planned terrorist incident, ban mass gatherings at the White House, or sabotage the actual event. We need to do whatever it takes to ensure that people don't have any more positive feelings for you. Okay. So, ban mass gatherings. I could send a lawyer. I could have sent Sophie. Well, Jerry's good at lobbying writing bills. Sabotage the event. I think we should send... It might not work. Spread the word about a planned terrorist incident. Let's wait until next. Sabotage. I mean, preemptive attacks. I think I might send Dean. Is that a good idea? I think sabotaging the event's going to go down well. Maybe Alvaro. Preemptive attacks, spying on people, physical threats. I'm going to send Dean actually because he's also good at persuasion, whereas I don't think protecting clients is going to be that good. Dean, you do that. Bang. Send it. Right, what do we got next? Say goodbye to Hollywood. 3 people for this. Mr. President, movies don't impress me. I did enjoy some Fars Don Prier's work, but that was back when I lost my license for a year. The worst thing they could have ever come up with in this industry is superhero movies. Why does the crazy bad guy always get punished, huh? Things are not going well at the Hollywood of late. They're now making movies that are allegedly going to save an entire American movie industry. And do you know what they are about? They're about Officer Jack, that hero in tights. This guy. Is that right? Who beat up your supporters? Yeah, that's right. You got me out of Quentin Bounty, right? So obviously I'm not a fan of Virtue Jack or any of that Hollywood crap. They haven't got a clue how to depict real blood. The First Lady has already backed my plan. We'll get some computer guy to leak a rough cut without too many special effects. A journalist will let... So I'm going to have to use Alter for that. That there's no gender or racial diversity in the casting. Add an attorney to file a series of lawsuits, and we'll drive the industry into a ditch, right? So we can't do that yet. Help Tony in his fight against the eggheads. How are we going to do this? Socionics. Maybe I began my campaign on an unfriendly... Oh, look, we should have done this first because this doesn't take people out of circulation. Maybe I began my campaign on an unfriendly note, but I realised maybe I was a little naive. All this time I thought my enemy was America's elite, but recently I discovered that there's a much darker force at work. The social and political life of this country is being controlled by people more powerful than congressmen or district judges. They're called Socionics. They're the worst kind of egghead there is. They divide people into groups and then predict their behaviour based on mysterious formula right down to how they vote in elections. It's crazy. Are Americans a bunch of herd animals? How could anyone predict how the unicorns that make up our society will vote? I bet you anything Socionics is a pseudoscience created by the establishment so that real candidates like me have no chance in the elections. I suggest we join forces one last time to give the Socionics a fight they'll remember. We'll probably make such a mess that your ratings will go down and mine will go up, and then it won't be long before I win and you lose. Influence the presidential ratings of the candidates. I think we'll have to send Ollie for that. I might take Ollie and Alter with me. So I'll do that first thing next month. Is there anything else I can do here? I can't ruin a concert. A hacker. So I'll tell you what, before we forget, let's get Ollie. Ollie. You get a passport so we can do that next month after you do Socionics. Bring back Prohibition. Sir, what are we seeing? The government just keeps loosening legislation on alcoholic beverages as if everyone's forgotten that alcohol is the root of all evil and that it's a silent killer. Truth! It shouldn't be simply limited, it should be completely banned like heroin and other lethal narcotics, and it must be done whatever the cost. Our sober society wants you to save millions of lives. To ensure the bill has a powerful impact on the problem of alcoholism, we need you to send us an attorney and someone that hates alcohol as much as we do. I'm going to risk this. I can send Clinton Jerry. Because I don't know anybody else that who hates alcohol. And he's a lobbyist as well, so that's gonna work. Clinton Jerry, I think they're gonna be good for that. Okay, we're gonna do this. It might not work, but at least we don't lose any stress points. Send it! Right, we're gonna go into next month and find out what's the crack of lacking. Before we go into next month, do we want to sign any bills? I don't think we do. I was keeping the... Yeah, I'm keeping this as a trump card up my... Or should I do it now? I should just sign it, shouldn't I? Let's lose 8%. Bang. Dude, I understand wanting leaders of other countries to like you. I'm a pretty confident person, but I still like it when other people are paying attention. But when you sign the decree, think of all the people of Brezhnev. Is their peace of mind really worth less than our ego? Yes. Send it. Oh my god, 3.5 million. We expected more, my dear friend, but Russians always keep their word. Accept this gift from new friends for your charitable foundation. Oh, I'm getting that as well. That's going to get us next month. And I think that's all we can do to hurt our rep so far. We don't need to arrest anybody. Well, not that we can. Can we send Alvaro with it? Can we send Alvaro on a mission? Was there not? Manage infidelity. I'm guessing by your past action you're straight manipulative PR tactics, but let's be blunt. Would you be willing to get one of your employees, preferably married, to say on the show that they slept with Ellie? Oh my god. I could send Alvaro. Alvaro doesn't have persuasion. Well, that's okay. I could do that later. And nothing else requires one person, does it? Ooh, at first glance. Oh, that's right. For people... Yeah, this is the one with Kate. Make wish to fall in love with your ex-wife. I didn't realise this was a one. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to next month, and I think we can get most of these done if I'm honest. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Oh yes, we are losing greatly here. Continue. Oh my god, lads, when we get kicked out, we're gonna be so rich. We're gonna be living a high baller lifestyle. Look, we're going to have like 20 million. Watch. And we've got all of that. We've still got all those items that we could sell for even more money. So when I do end my term, lads, I'm never going to have to work again. 20 mil. Create an organisation, it worked. Mr. President, the press is saying that instead of a regular international organisation, what you're trying to set up is an international government that will include the most dangerous criminals in the world. I don't know if that's what you're planning or not, but everyone is blaming you for everything. Meanwhile, the website has already received tens of thousands of applications. My initiative really is a success. Ruin the merch, we did it. Did we do it? Yeah. Mr. President, brute force is not my thing. I prefer more original approaches, but to send in someone who could handle tons of merch in one night was a good move. They easily knocked the guard out and left before he came in the next morning. What the guard did find was that all the merch, your face was covered in multicolored penises. I love a big dick. Not even Quentin Bounty had seen such a diverse range. Your supporters did not appreciate the more exciting approach and inundated the fan club with complaints. Many even torched their membership cards. Nice one. Break up a rally. Hey buddy, starting a fight in a place brimming with love was not easy. When your guy snatched people's lanterns, they just smiled and gave him more. Oh shit. When he cut to the middle of the line for burgers, they told him to go right to the front. Oh shit, it didn't work. It was some sort of pacifist hippie fest. What worked in the end was to say you were a bad president. Well, I'm saying bad, but when your guy let rip, parents started covering their kids' ears. They came to a point when the crowd's patience reached its limit, and someone tried to shut the guy up. He fought back, and during the scuffle, all the Chinese lanterns and burgers went flying. You can see the odd burger in our lawn. The crowd dispersed by the time the scuffle was stopped, and the headlines the next day were all saying that the president couldn't even keep people safe at his own support rally. Well done, Dean. Bring back Prohibition. Oh my god, we've got it. Sir, don't be discouraged. Remember, you are doing a good thing, and one day it will be truly admired. For now, though, the reaction to our initiative to bring back Prohibition has been unenthusiastic at best. Nevertheless, the bill is ready, so maybe it's not a great bill. 9.3. So what has got? Ban the purchase and sale of alcohol, and designate fines in excess of an individual's monthly wage or monthly receipts for business infractions. Close all establishments and remove from the school curriculum any works written under the influence of alcohol. Now the problem is, can I lobby this? I've got 2 months left, so I can lobby that. Right, I think we might as well sign this. Ban on male labour, lads, the company's going to be brought to its knees. Dude, I see you're thinking about the problem of hard labour. I would have expanded what you've covered, but it's good for now. Will you sign it? Why is this stabber still talking to me about this? He's no longer running with me, is he? Bang. Dude, the people don't like your new executive order banning men from working in hazardous industries has led to an unemployment spike in several states, and industries themselves are closing down. There's just not enough female and non-binary workers to handle the workload. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm at 0.1%. Can you even get any lower than that? According to opinion polls, the president continues to lead the race. No, I don't. Ahead of Archie Wister, although the gap between the candidates is narrowing rapidly, the third place is occupied by Vice President Antonio Estaba with a whopping 1% of the vote. Is that all he's got? Vice presidential debate is coming up between serial killer Creepy Pie and rapper Lil Doc. Analysts expect to break all records, with even more people watching it live than the latest Super Bowl. One question remains: should America be crying or laughing? Estaba. Archie Wister claims that my former friend, the president, is the candidate of the people, but he isn't. The only candidate in the election who represents the people is me, Tony Estaba. Look out, Washington. I will have my revenge on you for turning my best friend into an establishment tool. Mr. President, there's going to be a debate between the vice presidential candidates. That means me versus Lil Doc. To be honest, I'm afraid of public speaking, but the First Lady told me I'm going to be great. She said that I'll have a hidden speaker in my ear, so you can tell me what to say during the debate. That's it. Hope you're ready for an epic rap battle. Mate, I'm going to out-rap Lil Doc. I can't fucking wait. Honey, have you noticed there's even more cameras in the White House than usual? I had this wonderful idea that we'd make a reality TV show out of our campaign and embarrass ourselves so badly that no one in the audience would want to vote for us. One episode should be enough. We just need to make sure it airs before the election. Mr. President, it's happening. Our international organisation has received over 100,000 applications. Most of them belong to bots, of course, but we've also been contacted by several actual people. Afghani heroin producers, Chinese synthetic druggists, the former president of Belarus, who is currently hiding in Russia, a 13-year-old hacker from New Zealand who robbed several major Bitcoin exchanges, and even the current leader of North Korea. I hope I can hire this hacker. With such multinational coalition, we could create an organisation to rival the UN. The First Lady told me I should start by having a founding convention. Tell me when you're ready and we'll begin. I told you not to lift face sanctions, buddy. Now that the Russians can do as they please, they've started slaughtering folks in Brezhnev. We're talking hundreds of dead and thousands of refugees. To be exact, the Russians claim they've got nothing to do with the conflict. They're using foreigners to do their dirty work for them, all PMC mercs, financed through untraceable accounts. Can you believe those assholes, bud? Could you meet with Pitlev? Maybe you can convince him this war's a bad idea. Nah, let's just let the war brew. 0.1. I can't actually get any lower. Okay. So let's lobby this bill just in case. Close. Lose the election, 2 months left. So just in case something happens, let's lobby that. For an extra 10% down, that's great. Okay. Now what I wanted to do was, I'm not going to do at first glance, because I don't want to humanise Wister's image. I still want to keep him down, okay? Because I do want to try and get Estaba to win. So I wanted to do Socionics because I want to help Estaba. Maybe I began my campaign on an unfriendly note, but I realised maybe I was a little naive. All this time I thought my enemies were America's elites. So what are we going to need? I think altar. Wait there. Socialist suicides created by the establishment is so real. Eggheads. Ollie, and I'll take Alta. I don't know if she's going to be any good at this, but we'll have a look. As soon as I found out how they conduct their research, I knew right away that Socionics was a pseudoscience. They survey a small sample of people and then extrapolate the results to entire US population. Sounds almost like a hoax. First they tell us all what the poll results are, then while the votes are counted they adjust the numbers to fit their predictions. I'm sure Wister is manipulating the numbers. He's understating his ratings and mine, and he's overstating yours. We have no choice but to punish the eggheads for criminal collaboration with the establishment and force them to publish real numbers. Shit, I should have brought a lawyer. My gut is telling me that the eggheads' greatest fear is the threat of violence, but if you know another way to bring them round, I'm all for it. But one way or another, we'll be dealing with the country's main polling service, Poll Research, which happens to be your own administration's polling service. What can Ollie do? I'm going to try this. Analyse the polling survey results for any inconsistencies. Chief, I tracked down numerous violations in a number of methodical applications, faulty sampling, polling parameters. There were even simple calculation mistakes. I have never allowed any of that to happen at the campaign office. In the end, I determined that with a probability of 40% that someone was trying to manipulate the outcome so that your percentage is higher and Wister's is lower. What? That someone was trying to manipulate the outcome so that your percentage is higher and Wister's lower. I got a reply to my email message to the polling service, but it was vague. Vague thanks, platitudes, and promises they conduct an internal investigation. They say they'll resolve any problems they discover after the election. Unfortunately, it's impossible to differentiate outright malice from extremely low level of professionalism. Shit, so that hasn't worked. What we need to do is, lads, because it didn't actually tell you what was required. Do you know when you like send people on that mission? Pardon me. When you send people on that mission, it should tell you first, like, what's it like. You should get that conversation because he said, like, they don't like violence. We're gonna give them extreme violence. Extreme violence. Extreme violence. I'm gonna tear some penises off. I'm gonna give them the monkey grip. Alvaro, you of cracking heads, performing an armed raid on a polling agency's office and demand they count the numbers accurately. Perform an armed raid on a polling station and demand they count. So that is exactly the same. I'm gonna do this. Armed raid, get it done. So it was quite easy to take over the office. The staff weren't prepared for the possibility of an armed raid. There weren't even any cameras. I crept into one of the offices, pulled out a gun and yelled for nobody to move and that I was in charge. I was afraid I might have had to take hostages, but the director of the service was quick to come forward and explain, to my surprise, that a young man had only just raided them and demanded that they inflate your ratings, sir, and lower Wisters. After I heard the director's story, I ordered him to start posting the real results of the polls, and I promised that I'd protect them. I was afraid that he was just trying to storm me until the cops arrived, but after I left, Wister's ratings went up and yours had gone down. Yay. Can I go into the negatives though? Dude, I knew it. Wister really did tweak the polling numbers in your favour, otherwise you would never have gotten 90%. But both sets of numbers are way off. I'm only supported by 1% of the public. Really? Come on, I'm vice president. I don't know about you, but I've been losing my faith in people lately. I feel like I'm the last American in the country who loves freedom and justice, but that's okay. I won't give up. I'll fight this election to the end. Mate, I want him to win, but I don't think he's actually able to. Socionics is a growing trend in American society. The people have figured out they don't need me anymore. Have you ever been polled by a Socionics egghead? Neither have I. Give third-party candidates a chance. Don't listen to the eggheads. Don't be part of the herd. Bang, send it. Boosh. Idiot, what are you talking about? And this man is the President of the United States. Yeah, I am. Not for long, baby. Pollsters report that the President's approval ratings have gone down, while Archie Wisters, on the other hand, is gaining support. Other candidates are splitting the remaining 1% of the vote. Yeah, I don't think... Sir, I've been working for you for a long time. Yeah, take it, mate. Just take it. I didn't care. I didn't need the money. Just take it. Vice President. Mr. President, motherhood is the greatest gift for women. Is it though? I heard like diamonds are a girl's best friend, or maybe I'm mistaken. Unfortunately, many women many women only understand this when it's too late and they have already committed to the grave sin of abortion. As a result, every year thousands of Americans die before they are even born. Let's protect our young people from making ruinous mistakes and introduce mandatory annual lectures on the evils of abortion for all women under 30. Like, I'm not being funny. Like, obviously, this is a really bad idea. Like, who the fuck? Like, Listen, straight up, my opinion on abortion is you should be allowed. There shouldn't be a law against it. I know people talk about the moral side, but you know what it is. If I'm honest, if I want to be blunt with you, I don't care about the moral side. Whether that's a human being or not inside of a woman's belly, I'm like it's 5-year-old. The babies are in the woman's belly. Yeah, if a woman has a baby, she's pregnant, she should have the option to terminate it as long as it's however many. I don't know what the month is, but in the UK it's not a problem because abortion is legal. But I think like the argument for saying that you shouldn't do it and make it against the law, yes, morally it's the right thing to do. I'm not denying that because it is actually a life form. I don't deny that at all, but I don't believe that morals necessarily rule. If that makes sense. Yeah, I don't actually care if it's a living thing. If you want to get rid of it, you know what I mean. Harsh as it sounds, that's just what I think. So I don't want to do that anyway. I think it's a fucking stupid idea. Bill Boyne, White House social media director. Mr. President, Chick Shock has been dubbed on social network for children and idiots, but nobody is acknowledging the real potential. I don't agree with the skepticism of my colleagues about a White House profile on Chick Shock looking inappropriate. What do you think? Should we set up a page on Chick Shock and post videos of life in the White House with background music and special effects? Dubbed on social network for children and idiots. Now I'm worried here. I'm actually not going to do it. Because if I do it, I could get popularity, couldn't I? First Lady, hey bud. Owen Surovsky, the spiritual advisor, was killed in a car accident. Get in. I really hope the good mood of our candidate for vice president has nothing to do with that. Anyway, the thing we need to appoint a new advisor, and since we're not on ratings, I've had an idea. How about before we leave, we get the believers all pissed, every single one of them. Let's appoint an atheist. Great idea. That is a great idea. And I would think that's a good idea anyway. But it could benefit the whole country. Oh my god, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Look at the skills, man. Is there actually any point of doing any of these? Because I kind of can't get any lower. All these need one. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to humanize Harvey Wister. Harvey Wister. Harvey Weinstein. Archie Wister. Support the separatists. That requires a 0. I'm just looking for the ones that don't require, like these ones. I think World Order. See, these are the ones I want to do first because we don't get rid of people for the month. Mr. President, the preparations are complete. Soon we'll be hosting the founding convention of an exciting new international organisation. People from all over the world will be coming to New York ready to challenge the United Nations. But there's one problem. At least some of our guests have international warrants and will be arrested the second they arrive in the United States. They need guarantees from you that the FBI won't touch them and that they can safely get to the airport to our new headquarters. Of course, that could mean anything. Forged documents in PR escort, or maybe a little muscle. The main thing is the guests get safely to the convention and don't end up in American prison. Not the most pleasant place, right? Tell you what, we're going to send Alta, because she's a PR escort, and let's send his... Ooh. Let's send Dean because he's the muscle. Right, let's go. Mr. President, I remind you that among your organization's future members are leaders of terrorist groups, drug dealers, mid-level dictators, in short, men of great courage and determination. Well, that's one way to put it. According to the charter of our organization, if we gather necessary quorum at the convention, you, as its leader, will be able to issue its founding proclamation. I'm sure the American people would admire you for your progressive thinking. Is there some way you can guarantee the safety of our guests? Right, first off, I think. What about PR? Hold a rally at the airport entrance demanding that your guests be allowed in the US. Launch it on... Nah, that's not going to work. Personally escort our guests as they arrive in the US. Threaten to beat up the passport control officers if they bother our guests. I'm actually going to try this. It might not work, but I want to issue threats. Those people at the border are serious, Mr. President. Any way you look at it, they protect our country's main access points and they take their job seriously. But I was pretty convincing too when I told them that if they touched any of our Confederate guests, they would be trouble. But I was the one in trouble. They called me in more security, so getting out of the airport was a bit of an adventure. It's a good thing I had you for cover, or I don't know what I would have done. Fuck. These guys, I'm letting these guys in, lads. I want to see what happens if creating this new world order. Mate, I've went off the rails here. I just wanted to lose this election. I actually just want to take over the world now. It's happening. Oh, I thought that if we appointed an atheist, I knew that would go up. It doesn't matter. We're going to easily lose that. Right, so world order. Who do you think would be good for this? Maybe because Dean's a little bit of a bitch. Maybe Hussein's good at this. Alvaro's good. Because he doesn't give a fuck. I think he's more violent than Dean. Hussein will probably blow people up. I could send in a lawyer. Makes sense to the people in power. I'm going to send Clint. Send Debbie because she's got full no stress. Right, what are these options? See, it's the same. Issue diplomatic passports to our guests. Simple as that. Mr. President, I'm so depressed now I can't get over it. If the passport control database is that easy to break into, does that mean anyone can enter the United States? The only problem was delivering the passports to all your guests in time. That was a logistical operation on a scale we've not seen since Christmas. Poor Santa, how does he manage it? Our guests are already mingling as they wait for the conference to begin. No conflicts as of yet, despite the, shall we say, criminal element. Everything is nice and friendly. The guests are getting to know each other and taking selfies. Happy days, mate. We've got a new world order. Mr. President, congratulations on the successful conclusion of your first assembly. We got some great pictures. 2 seconds, lads. I got a speck of dust on my glasses that was right in my vision. I couldn't fucking see. Pictures of you sitting at the same table with fugitive dictators and drug lords. They're making the front pages not just here in America but all over the world. The influence of our new world organisation, World Order, is grown by the hour. The website just clocked a 1,000,000th membership application. More and more people who everyone thought were long dead are rising up from their graves to challenge the UN and restart international relations with a clean state. Oh my god, it's a bill. 8.2%. The thing is though, we only have... Do we have... Please sign the document to establish the organisation. Keep in mind that you'll begin to receive member contributions only after you've signed. Member contribution. Right, here, I'm going to sign that immediately. I'll sign it immediately because I want contributions. The people you call criminals are the heroes of our time. Prison is the school of life. Tell me, who among you is without sin? The people you call criminals are the heroes of our time. I don't trust anyone who hasn't been in prison. Who among you is without sin? We stand against the paper pushers at the United Nations. Yes, we do. We don't care who people think you are. We don't care how many convictions you have. We don't care if you've killed someone. We don't care how much money you owe. We don't care how many people want to see you dead. We don't care who people think you are. And we don't care if you're going to break the law again. And we don't care who your idols are. I'm all for giving people a second chance. Send it. What would I do without you, my friend? Now I can travel the world. It's our president. Show everyone who you really are. Mate, people seem to like this. We got 2.7%. The pictures circulated around the world, Mr. President, and met with nearly all the fugitive dictators and agreed to join together in an assembly. Apparently, the president intends to build a truly authoritarian America during his second term in power. Lads, how did we gain 2.7%? That's fucking hilarious. Sir, I didn't go home last Saturday night. Can I tell my wife that you were keeping me busy with overtime? Yes. Chloe Storm, Mr. President, people still think of fake meat as something out of the ordinary. We keep witnessing complying with the mass slaughter of animals every day, even if we have the technology to stop it. We need a radical solution right away. We should force fast food restaurants to switch to fake meat as quickly and efficiently as they serve up their meals. Will you sign the bill? No. No, I won't sign the bill. Mate, I love slaughtering animals. Mr. President, I've been organising the very best sex parties for years now. Oh yes, this is what I want. It's getting harder and harder to impress my overindulged clients. I've already experimented plenty when it comes to themes and types. And now, I'm thinking about playing around with locations. But getting the right place is no walk in the park. Face took them to Camp David for a party. We could do the White House, or is it too cheesy? No, I don't think it is. I'll pay you $1 million to let me have it for a night. Yes, I want a sex party at the White House. Lads, this is awesome. Pamela Najina. Indigenous Affairs. Mr. President, your campaign manager said yesterday you will be reducing the percentage of minorities in your next administration because the strong must force out the weak. Do you share the view that the minorities in your administration are the least qualified members of staff? As much as I want to say, I don't know, are they? Do you share the view that the minorities in your administration are the least qualified members of staff? Yes. Let's just say it is, fuck it. Honey, this is no time to relax. Wister certainly isn't. He's always worked on his next trick. Whatever it takes to keep you trapped in office, he'll do it. Today, in an interview with Goldman, Wister explained how he was making money off suffering of prisoners. America has been torn by a statement that, as a representative of an oppressed class of government officials, and having been awarded a contract to build a prison, he had every moral justification to bully the prisoners inside. We need to lose this 4.7%, and it's happening because I'm just going to sign this bill. Because if we can get money off it, bang, sign it. Sign the founding decree of world order and take the first crucial step towards fairer international policies. Bang. Oh my god, $12 million. I just got $12 million ruse. I've got 30 mil. Bro, I'm the richest guy in the world. Not quite. We've still got the other bill that'll take us 10% down, so we're at 3% rate and I think that's pretty good. And we can lose some here. Okay, so what else can we do? How do we support these guys? Sign a document that will remind the local government in those states that they do not have the right to encroach. Yeah, so that's a lawyer. The encouragement of separatist groups is bearing fruit in several states. Opinion leads in California, Alaska and Texas are talking about the need for referendums and saying that they're being forced to remain part of the United States. Governors, mayors and legislators are urgently seeking so far legal grounds to shut these opinion leaders up. I'm pretty sure they're soon going to start looking for less legal ways. Right, I'm going to do that, but let's just have a quick sue for trash talking. Goodbye to Hollywood. Ruin a concert, that's for Ollie. Infidelity, I can't do anything else. Right, so what we're going to do first is I'm going to send a lawyer on this. Or do I need to? Yeah, I will. Sign a document that will remind the local government of those states that they do not have the right to encroach self-determined US residents. We're going to need a lawyer. Debbie, you do that. Planner of special parties, what happened here? Mr. President, the party at the White House was such a success. Even people who settled down long ago and hadn't shown up to a party for years came along. It was just wonderful. Power, ambition and envy. All the stuff that invigorates your primal instincts. With all the excitement, it's no wonder that the press got word of the party. The gods kept them out, but that didn't stop them. Writing about it and describing the blatant debauchery those in power demonstrated at the president's home and with approval. 1 million and less rep. I was expecting an apology from you and had already drafted a press release to help save your reputation, but you dug yourself in this hole and you'll have to dig yourself out. I'm no longer your friend. I don't need friends, man, I'm rich. Who needs friends when you're rich? Just buy people to just pretend to be your friend. Right. Reality show. Transform the White House into a TV show set. What the hell? This is fucking awesome. Honey, haven't you ever wanted to try your hand at being a reality TV star? Oh yes, cameras have been following us everywhere for the last 4 years. But what if we took it a step further? We'll have cameras in toilets, sleeping rooms. Oh, I love cameras in toilets. All the meeting rooms where we used to be able to count on total privacy, I'm sure they'll capture all the many colours of our lives. We'll give America such a culture shock they'll demand an immediate change. I've already signed the contract with the major TV producers, but we have to get things ready for the filming before we start. Find someone who will orchestrate a viral incident on set, which will get as many hits as possible. Viral incident on set. Orchestrate. Alter and Sophie. Honey, I'm finally going to be a reality TV star. I've been dreaming about it ever since one of the characters in Girlfriends launched her own show. She moved to a desert island with a group of ex-convicts for violent crimes who were on the path to reform. She chose one gentleman to marry from among the group. She divorced him 6 months later, but that's a story for another reality show. You should throw out a few obscenities for the reality TV viewers to bitch about. They're usually not interested in politics, but love to object to things. Try to grab their attention with something shocking and truly ruin your reputation among the masses. What do you think? I missed that. I clicked too fast. What do you think you're going to show the public? TNA? We just show tits and arse. Promote the reality show's premiere with a nude photo. Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, both of these are doing exactly the same thing. Bang, nude photo shoot. Get it in. Sir, we agree to do whatever it takes besides certain death, and a few nude photos never killed anybody. Normally it just makes you more popular. I admit, if I hadn't read a few of the comments I got, I would have been a completely positive experience. But the main thing is that the Americans outside the White House are convinced that we're still a bunch of debauched libertarians. Somehow that's better than realising we're just after their tax money. Yay! Look at my dick, bitch! Honey, we did it. The show was a success. I hear we caused quite a stir on social media. People are wondering how they could ever have voted for you and are openly pledging their votes for Wister, not you. That's exactly what we need. I also got a call from my favourite girl from Girlfriends telling me that I look great in the whole time I was in the picture. I just couldn't be in a happier mood. Let's keep working on our campaign to discredit you. Reality TV has become high art. All the snobs don't realise what they're missing. I'll sign an executive order to legalise drug use on TV. Legalise pornography on TV. To be fair, we need porn on TV, man. I used to remember watching back when I was a kid. I was a kid. I was technically a kid, like teenager. We had it was a relatively new channel in the UK. It was called Channel 5. Funny enough, because it was the 5th channel. There was only like 4 channels previously, and Channel 5 always had like the raunchy, on edge of your seat, like softcore porn, like on like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock at night. Lads, I fucking knocked so many out over that. It was incredible. It made me the fucking man I am today. It's the only way you'll ever find out where we all stand. It's the only way we'll ever make politics transparent. Oh my god, that's a great one. Show me to your bedrooms. Show me to your bedrooms, everyone. Another victim of the box. Yeah, Mars box. Oh, what a banger. Look at this. America was shocked by what it had seen and will take a long time to come to its senses. All these people who have been ruining the country for the past 4 years. Sorry, been running the country for the past 4 years. What on earth were they doing when the cameras weren't rolling? Excellent. Leader of the HIV denier movement, Mr. President, official statistics show that millions of people around the world die of HIV and AIDS every year. But do you actually know anyone with HIV or AIDS? Nah, because they're dead? Is that not like what happened there? I don't either. It's like everyone else in our movement. And do you know why? Because all the make-believe of a handful of overpaid scientists. They've been getting money out of people for almost half a century, Mr. President. Will you agree to join the HIV dissident ranks and fight with us for the truth? Yes. Mr. President, I've always enjoyed knocking back a couple of glasses of whiskey before a nighttime drive in California. Alcohol gets me going as much as the sight of blood, and at times I'm especially focused, but the cops are forever spoiling the mood and asking me to take a breathalyzer test. Well, seeing as I'm your right-hand man now, why don't we lift drunk driving restrictions through? Yes, let's do it. Mr. President, science has brought the human race to the brink of the unknown. One more step, and humans will become gods, creating a new form of life from fresh flesh and blood. It will have a goat's body, a lion's head and a snake's tail. The scientists I sent to your bunker are ready to start the experiment. We just need to find a volunteer and buy the animals. Will you allocate budget funds towards this market? Yes, mate. I want to create a fucking chimera. Let's do it. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Right, what else can we do? Take congressmen who trash talk about you to court. Well, is that not going to benefit me? Sue for trash talk. Right, we need 2 people for that. Do you know what I think will be beneficial, right? Is I do kind of want to unite the maniacs. Or do I though? Because submit registration forms and spread the word. I'm thinking a lawyer, Jerry, and Alter, right? That's who I'm thinking for that. But do I really want to do that? Because as much as I'm trying to lower my rating, imagine if I just become a millionaire and I've succeeded, and then I just get murdered. Like, I think we might be going down a slippery slope here, but it's funny. I think we'd be better spent doing these ones. Yeah, I think that's... Oh, let's just go all in. Raise taxes. Nah. Because that'll influence me as well. Internet passports. I can't do that because I don't have IT guys. Right. I'm actually going to not do these ones. I'm going to sue for trash talking. So I need a lawyer. 2 good lawyers. Oh, 2 good lawyers. I can't do it. Goodbye to Hollywood. Computer guy, a journalist, and an attorney. We could do that. Manage infidelity. I'm doing a show on your wife. But how do you know that I don't really... Oh, that was who should I say? Yeah, who should I send to say they slept with Ellie? Dean. Yeah, baby. Send it. So, I want to get some sunglasses just like yours. What do you say, mate? Get 2 pairs. Mr. President, the Chimera was created from a goat, a lion, and a snake. It only lived for a few days, which is spent in hellish agony. The lion had tried to bite off its paws, and the snake stung itself. It was a terrible sight for the moralists, but we didn't let them in to see. What the fuck? I'm sure we'll do an even better job one day. For now, we've obtained lots of useful information about bioengineering and genetics, disguised as innocent research, and published it. Oh, and I've already told the press of how keenly you support science. Bro, this backfired. Oh, that's okay. It's such a joy to freely step right down on the gas after a few glasses of whiskey, so we've legalised drinking. Oh my god, yes! HIV's a scam. Okay, we need to do something else. I can't sue for trash talking because I don't have 2 lawyers. Computer guy. Fuck it, I'm going to risk uniting the maniacs because I think it's funny. Submit the registration forms. Spread the word. And Jerry can do shit like that as well, can't he? It might backfire, it might not work, but I'm going to do it. Send it where I'm ready to move into next month. Oh, ruin a concert, that's right. We needed a hacker. Ollie, send it. Boosh. Okay, let's do this. Vice presidential debate. This is where we tell a creepy pie to say some off the wall shit. Mr. President, hello? Is this thing on? The debate is about to start and I'm getting the shakes. I never know what to say during interviews. I always just stammer and run away. This time it's a whole debate. Please just tell me whatever you would say and I'll just repeat it word for word. I can handle that much, I think. Oh, you better be able to handle it. Ladies and gentlemen, the debate is about to commence between the vice presidential candidates. We've had an unusual format this year, thanks to the fact that the candidates themselves are quite remarkable. On the left half of your screen is Creepy Pie, the serial killer. He called him the serial killer, pardoned by the president. In your right side is Little Doc, destroyer of eardrums and Archie Wister's pick for running mate. The format of the debate is an open discussion. That means I'll try to stay out of the conversation as much as possible. Little Doc will be the first to deliver his address. Thanks, Paul. It's a good thing you're in charge of this debate and not some bitch-ass motherfucker. I'm here to represent the candidate, Elite Kingpin Wister, the master of fate. When we come to power on up in this bitch, we'll raise your taxes and pardon the rich. My name is Creepy Pie. I crash people's cars and watch them die. Better check your brakes, you motherfucker. Creepy Pie gonna take your life, come back and kill your wife. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is fucking great, this. I like this one. Creepy Pie gonna take your life, come back and kill your wife. For all y'all else, the press legit, but the government officials be tired of this shit. My opponent all act like psycho freak, but it's all just a cover because his policies are weak. Corrupt ass, bitch ass, punk ass fool. Quit cooking your books and go back to school. Right, what is this? America can't take 4 more years. We're choking on oxy and drowning in beer. Archie Wister is a great candidate. He'll inspire the masses to get a mandate. The president and Congress will turn the whole world into a beautiful noise. These are a bit weak. America can't take 4 more years. We're choking on oxy and drowning in beer. Archie Wister is a great candidate. He'll inspire the masses and get a mandate. Well, I don't think my guy would say that. It's like disingenuous, isn't it? I'll say this one because at least it rhymes. America can't take 4 more years. We're choking on oxy and drowning in beer, motherfucker. 4 years down and the lid don't pop. America is cool, now swallow your hops. My foreign policy is war and death. Our fighter planes fueled on crystal meth. We'll invade every country one by one. If they don't take the dick, we'll give them a gun. The nation's isolation is making us weak. Go to worldwide America like the freak. Me and the president will continue the policy of containing our geopolitical... That's shit. Some dictator try to raise some noise. We need the motherfuckers sending our boys. I like that one. I promise you this, it'll be a global war. All that blood gonna make a slippery floor. Some dictator try to raise some noise. We nuke the motherfuckers sending the boys. I promise you this, it'll be a global war. I like this one. Sending our boys. Nuke a dictator. Why are you talking shit? Sending special forces to take out a hit. US healthcare is soaring and the people are roaring. It must return to its natural state, only for the rich unless it's too late. Ambulances don't pick up uninsured meat. Let those assholes die in the street. We need our clinics to cure people, not kill. Murder ain't cool unless you're getting a thrill. With me and the president, more Americans will have increased access to insurance. And ambulances don't pick up uninsured meat. Let those assholes die in the street. That is fucking excellent. I'd ban that shit nationwide. If you can't afford your own car, then die. We'll take guns away from the people in reverse attack and give them guns to the police and give the bullets back. We'll give all the weapons to the crazies like me. Normal people with guns, they don't know how to be free. Automatics in tanks, let's burn the place down. There'll be a coup in every town. Students, nothing good is out there waiting for you. The future of America is through. We won't forgive the students a dime of their debt. You think college was hard, you ain't suffered yet. Made Creepy Pies on for the next fucking hit record. And we ban medical marijuana for the common man. It'll be just for the elites again. I support a change to climate. The one who survives is the superior primate. Build up the wall higher. Keep out the occupier. Vote for a dude who will get the job done, not for a baby with a gun. You all need something real to be afraid of instead. Migrants don't make you suddenly dead. Nah. Nobody better cross the border to this side. The ones already here better run and hide. People might actually like that though. Y'all need something real to be afraid of instead. Migrants don't make you suddenly dead. Nobody better cross the border to this side. The ones already here better run and hide. That's hilarious. We don't have endless border patrol. We find you, we shoot, we don't dig a hole. To summarise, I don't know anything about politics. Let's just give the government officials the freedom to do whatever the hell they want. My new album comes out on election day. Give it a listen. Vote for the one you trust most. Vote for me and the president, and I'll kill you all, my friends. Vote for me, don't step on the brakes. You need a real killer who's got what it takes. People are actually going to... Now, lads, people are actually going to vote for me, because that was a fucking banging rap. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today's debate. One of these men will replace the next president of the United States in the event that he is unable to serve. Which one of them will you entrust with our country? We'll find out in November's polls. Fucking hell. Yes! Lil Doc made himself look like a real idiot at the debate. His rhymes were stale and his message was eye-rolling, but I'd still rather have him as vice president than the madman Creepy Pie. The Crown Prince of Saudi. Hey old friend, my social media presence has taken a hit and I only have a pathetic few tens of thousands of followers while you have so many. I've decided to boost my numbers with stories from the past. Do you remember one of our earlier drunken escapades when we caught a goat, painted it black and sacrificed it? Can I tell my followers about it? Yes, you can. Drug Lord. I've never heard from this guy for a while. Dear President of the United States, there's a reporter here from your country called Paul Leroy who wants to do an interview with me, but he's afraid we might kill him if he does. I have better things to do than get my hands dirty with some hack. However, a bit of extra PR would come in handy. Perhaps you can vouch for me. I'm sure the guy will believe his own president. Yes. Prince Robert, Mr. President, there are rumours among your staff within your inner circle. You refer to the Queen of Great Britain as a grey mophead. I know my mother can be difficult, but to insult her in this manner has taken it too far. I'm prepared to take your word as a gentleman. Did you actually refer to my mother as a mophead? Yes. The Queen is a mophead. Right, lads, what we're going to do is, I think we're going to call it an episode there. I don't think we, I can't do this. I can't do that. I don't even have 3 people. Oh no, I do. IT guy, I don't have one. Raise taxes, we don't have a lawyer. And I don't want to do this because I don't want to humanise Wister specifically. I don't mind negatively impacting my platform, but I also want to keep in mind that I want to try and boost I forgot his name. Estabas. Donny Estaba. So I'm going to leave all these and move on to next episode. Sorry, next month. Next episode. Before we do, make sure I remember I'm going to get these people down. I'm going to arrest these guys. Right, lads. Oh, old friend, our sacrifice venture did not go down too well with your fellow citizens. After they read my story about the black goat, they started calling you a savage. Imagine what they'd say if they told them about when we fed 5 lambs to the gods in a drunken haze. Mr. President, you gave me no choice but to take offence, which means I have to tell Mother about this whole dreadful matter. Go and run and tell Mummy. Oh, Mummy, they've said bad words about you. I do hope this will be a lesson to you, and that in the future you will choose your words with greater care. Dear President of the United States, in the introduction to his interview with me, Leroy mentioned that you had personally vouched for me. Now everyone is talking about your ties to the Mexican drug cartels. They still don't seem to know about the cartel connections of the Chinese and Russian presidents. Yeah, baby. Right, lads, we'll call an episode there. We're going to come back, and I think, actually, we're going to finish the game next episode because there's only like a couple of months left. And I'm excited to see how it goes. See you there, lads.